Good afternoon and welcome, Facebook. This is Stephen on Video Streaming Advice, and I'm hopeful that David Vaughan will be joining me at some point this afternoon. Now, on this show, you can ask any question you like about live video. And just excuse me for a moment while I go and check the page and make sure that I'm actually live, because there's nothing worse with live video than actually talking to yourself. So yes, there I am, that's me. So I'm now going to share it, and it's coming with the share onto my timeline and say that we are live now. Just a second. Right, okay, so that's it, that's the duty out of the way, and welcome to everybody who's just come in the room. If it is you, David, can you just say hi? I'm going to close the second window, and I'm back and I'm live. And if you have any questions at all about live broadcasting, now's the time to ask them, as David and I will try our best to answer. And whilst we're sort of talking about things which are useful, I want to give shout outs to 3 applications which you can use to make better use of live video. Now, it's not often I do this, but I've actually become a paid customer of Animura's Repurpose.io. The simple reason, running 6 shows a week and downloading the 6 videos and then uploading them to YouTube takes a while, or it did take a while. Now, when I create a Facebook Live video, I go to Repurpose.io, I click 2 buttons, and the episode magically gets transferred to YouTube along with all the text that I put against it, and that's as simple as it can be. So Repurpose.io allows you to take your Facebook Live videos from your profile, from groups, from your business pages, and transfer them to YouTube just with 2 clicks. Now, you can do it automatically. I'm not brave enough to do that yet, but Repurpose.io is something you should check out. Check out the 14-day free trial and see how it works for you. This is not an affiliate link. You can go directly to Repurpose.io. Annie is part of the live broadcasting community, and he is available to answer your questions. I'm looking forward to interviewing him about it, because I'm finding it so useful that I'm sure you'd like to know more about how it actually works. Second thing I want to talk about today, I'm going to go into the captions, is something I'm finding increasingly useful, which is free, and you can't beat free, and that is a site called Calendly. Now, because of the influx of new video broadcasters, I'm getting asked for interviews, which is good, I don't mind, but obviously I basically want to block out how many hours per day I can give over to interviews, and that's what I've done on Calendly. And if you go to Calendly, you can set up your own calendar, and you can ask people to visit your calendar page and make an appointment. 15-minute appointment for free, 30 minutes if you want to pay for the service, but the free service works well. I'm out of it. I got 2 interviews. I got interviewed on another show. I've got another interview coming up. I'm live tomorrow, all of which have come from being able to use Calendly and say to people, go to this page and just let me know when you want to see me. And it works well, and it's free. So shout out for Calendly. And also, the other app, one of the things that you're actually doing when you're on live video is creating content. And that content can be repurposed. Now, obviously, you can put it on YouTube, but you are restricted with the layout on YouTube. as to how you can actually display all the videos that you've made. So I make use of a site called Unreal.me, and basically that is the ability to upload your YouTube playlists and selected videos from YouTube and create what is effectively your own video page. And in addition to that, if you have video which you want to charge for, then you can do that as well. So Unreal.me allows you to showcase all the videos you've made, to categorize them, and it's a place where people can go and just fritter away a few hours or whatever watching your live videos. Now, when you're choosing a list, it doesn't have to be just you on the list. You know, when you're on YouTube, you create lists of your own shows. Well, I create lists of other people's shows as well. And so you could mix things up on Unreal.me and show the best of your videos together with the best of your friends' videos, and then just broadcast a link. Now, I don't know how many people are actually watching, so give me a moment while I go and find out, because I'm talking to myself. I don't mind doing that, but I like to talk with a purpose. There we are. So I'm going to the LVS 17 page, and I can see myself on the page. And to everybody who is watching now, I'm not actually seeing. Right, okay. Right, now we're off and running. We've got some interaction. I want to say hello to Corinda. And yes, all the shows are actually, now this is a point. All the shows are listed on a spreadsheet in, just give me a second while I find my widget. Oh, right, LVS 17 is the place you want to go if you want to see what's on each week, because that's got a list of all the shows Monday through Sunday, and also the replays as well, where Eileen and I pressed a couple. So I also want to say hello to Ellis. Ellis, it's good to see you. If anybody wants to join me on air, then just click the link that's at the head of the post, hopefully, which is Smile Time Channel LVS 17. Just click that, come into the room and say hello. And Ellis is here. Ellis, if you want to come live on air, please say. And hello, Terry, it's nice to see you again. If you want to join me, please do. David is delayed today, and I'm running the show on my own. And whilst I'm quite enjoying myself, it would be good to have some company as well, because this live video is all about networking. It's a great way to network. And I'm doing a show tomorrow with somebody I've never met before. With somebody I've never ever met, but because of the group they're in, I'm actually going to be interviewed by them tomorrow live on Facebook. Looking forward to that. I'm just going to take that off the screen, bring Corinda's comment in. Yeah, I've set up Manycam to go with Periscope Producer, but I'm not actually using it at the moment. I tend to go when it's important to me, and I don't know what Terry's thoughts are on this or Ellis's thoughts. I just use straight from my Logitech C920, because then I know there's nothing in between. There's nothing going to buffer anything. There's nothing going to change my video or anything like that. And I'm just going to check, in actual fact, I've just C920 autofocus came on again. So if I'm a bit fuzzy, apologies for that. It should be better now. One of the things I've noticed that Windows 10, since it updated, is that the autofocus feature of the C920 keeps turning itself on, which means that your live picture goes fuzzy. It looks fine on the screen where I'm looking now, but yeah, and that's an O from Corinda. Yeah, so just going to check. I'm going to invite you on, Alice. If you want to join me, please do. but you don't have to. Right. So, what's happening in live streaming at the moment? Well, for all of those who use BeLive.tv, the show at 8 o'clock tonight has got some announcements, some update announcements. I'm looking forward to that with Jeff and with Rachel Moore and Ross Brand and Jeff Adams. So 8 o'clock tonight. It's on the BeLive.tv page, and you can check that out, and you'll see me live there talking about how to find guests is my topic tonight. And I've been helped by my friends in the LVS 17 group. So I want to say a shout out and thank you to all the members of LVS 17 who actually contributed by answering my weekend poll, which was, how do you attract guests? And you've got some cracking answers, which I wouldn't have thought of. And Corinda's saying that he likes BeLive.tv. So do I, but I'm on Smile Time today, and I love Smile Time. Okay, and part of the update is through. Corinda's saying I have to check that out after I finished here. Right, other topics of today. Just to confirm that I am actually live on Smile Time at the moment. Smile Time is 4 people on screen. It goes out to Facebook Live. It goes to your business page and to your profile page. And it will always be free to anybody who creates a show. If you want to create a show, then go to Smile Time, set up an account, set up a channel, and you can broadcast 24/7 if you wished. And you're getting very good quality video, very good quality sound. The platform is now very stable, and the people at Smile Time are very helpful too. So if you've not tried out Smile Time, then please do take a look around smiletime.com and get your show on the road. If you need any help, just ask. In fact, if you need any help, you can join the LVS 17 group on Facebook. If you search for LVS 17 within Facebook, you'll find the group. We've got 253 members now who've been broadcasting for 2 years, 2 weeks, or just thinking about it. And you can join them and find out more and get help for your show and promote your show within the group. So those additional features. We've also got, as I mentioned earlier, the spreadsheet with a list of people and their daily broadcast. I know that Terry's on there, I'm on there, Eileen's on there, a whole host of good people broadcasting every day of the week, and they're all featured on there. That was just a drag and drop. It's horses for courses. It depends what you're used to. You know, we've got different ways of doing things. I mean, Smile Time, we've got captions, which is the equivalent of the agenda on BeLive. Smile Time have got the ability to invite people in, and you can invite anybody in who comes into this room, can come on screen. There are similarities. This is definitely 4 people on screen, not 3 people on screen. And well, they're both reliable, but depends on what you're using for. And the other thing that Smile Time has, which as far as I know, BeLive doesn't have yet, is the ability to feature photos. So you can drag photographs over on screen and then just dismiss them. Okay, and the ability to share photographs is very useful. I've used this platform to create some of my Skillshare courses because I load up all the photographs I'm going to be using, and then I bring them on screen one at a time and I talk against them. It's been recorded to Facebook, so I can create my courses using Smile Time. I don't need any third-party software. So if you are creating courses, consider using Smile Time to do it, because you can create your slides on Google Slides for free. You can upload your slides onto Smile Time. You can go on camera. You can go live, and you can go live just to you. Some people sometimes forget this, that when you go live, you've got a choice. you can go live publicly, which is what I'm doing at the moment. Anybody who finds this can actually like it and comment on it, and I can see the comments. But you can also go and broadcast just to friends, or you can broadcast privately. Now, what you can do is quickly go into Facebook settings, set Smile Time to private, and when you go live, only you will see it. That means at the end of the show, you can actually download that video without anybody having seen it and then republish it as part of a Skillshare course, as part of a Udemy course, or as part of your YouTube. So that's, and I want to say hello to Capel. Hi, it's good to see you. And okay, and Corinda is mentioning a feature of BeLive, which is the agenda. To a certain extent, Smile Time has got the captions, as I can bring the captions on screen. I can just move you up a bit, Corinda, and bring a caption across. So I can show captions on the screen, and I can preset those before the show so that I can talk about them. I mean, this is what I did today when I knew David was going to be possibly not here at all, was to set up some captions which I can then bring onto screen. So agenda and captions actually go together. Now, if you are watching this, and thank you if you are, if you've got any questions about live video, then please ask them. I can see your comments, and if you've got any questions at all, whether it be about hardware, whether it be about the websites, whether it's about how do you get people to watch and what to do when you're actually running the show, then please do ask your questions, and I shall endeavour to answer them. Now, I'm going back to my topics list to sort of get something to... all right, okay, and there is one thing I just want to mention. David's not here. He'd mention if he was, that there is no screen share on Smile Time. Now, I'm aware that the paid version of BeLive.tv, which is due out in May, will in fact have screen share. So you have that to look forward to, but there's no screen share on Smile Time, although you can share graphics. Okay, but in terms of stability, I love Smile Time for stability. Corinda is sharing out the post. I thank you for doing that. That's wonderful. When you actually share a post, it's just two things. Okay. When you share a post, it's a way of acknowledging that the person who's actually doing the show is giving good advice, which I try to. The second thing is it shows that you're actually watching the show, which makes it easy for me to thank you afterwards. And the third thing, and you've got to remember this for your own shows, is if people like your show and share your show, then they will see it higher up in their timeline the next time you go live. Okay, no guarantees, but that's the way it should work. And sharing it is the way of promoting not just yourself, but the people whose shows that you enjoy. And I generally share 4 or 5 shows a day on my personal page, as people will see, and on my business pages as well. Now, upcoming shows. Right, okay. The name of this software is, I don't think it's come up in any conversations yet. If you go to, give me a moment to type. So let me go down, scroll down, and just prove that this is totally live. Kapil, if you go to smiletime.com, and it is easy to use once you've used other platforms, and I've got a Skillshare course on it, which you could check out. If you go to Skillshare and you type in Facebook Live, you'll find all my Facebook Live courses. And Skillshare, I can give you a link for that later. In fact, no, I'll do it now. No, I won't do it later. Right. Okay, so I'm going into my things, and one of the things that people forget to do, 2 things. When you are on the show, please try occasionally during the show itself to actually thank people. Yeah? Because that shows that you appreciate them too. So thank everyone for watching. And also, after the show, go back to the posts on Facebook and edit it. Why, you may ask? Why should I edit my Facebook post? When you've done a live video, people have watched the show and people have watched it live. But it's a fact that 2/3 of your views will come after your show. So in other words, if you do a show to 30 people watching live, all you need to do is go to the show afterwards. It says number of views, and it says 30. If you get 30 live, then you're heading towards having 100 in total, 70 on the replay. So more people will watch a replay of the show than watch it live. Why? Because they're not on Facebook now. They're not on Facebook at the time that you broadcast, but that broadcast stays in your timeline. So when I type in, I'm live at 4 p.m. today, which I am, when people come along at that, they see that and think, well, are you live now? And start making comments. So what you should do is go back and say, this was Stephen live at 4 p.m. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you on the next show. Now, by doing that, you're acknowledging people are watching you. You're actually building an audience and appreciating people, because this is, I'm going to say it again, live video is the best form of networking that there is, by far. It's the best way to greet friends. It's the best way to meet new people. And it's the best way to impart information. And before you do a show, there are certain things you should do, and that's prepare yourself with a topic and a plan B, if anything does happen. And I'm also going to say that if you do come to Smile Time Kapil, then Smile Time have a mobile app on the iPhone. And if you start the show from the desktop, for Smile Time, then essentially you can invite your friends to join in from their iPhones. Now, in order to do that, people simply, right, okay. Yep, okay. Right, okay. I'm going to finish this topic. I'll come back to the next topic in a minute, Phil. Smile Time Mobile on iPhone. If you go live from your desktop, you can invite people in who are on their iPhones. You just send the link, they click the link, and they're in the show. Now, therein lies a problem. I'm going to keep with this mobile phone thing. If you're on Android and you want to use Smile Time, I'm just waiting for that to come up. Kapil is definitely on Android. If you're on Android, then BeLive.tv will work on Android. But Smile Time doesn't have an Android version yet. The iOS version is in beta testing at the moment. So there will be one, but they're just finishing off beta testing the iOS app. So, as a rule of thumb, Smile Time is iOS, BeLive.tv is Android. Soon, both of them will be both, and I won't have to try and remember which one's which. So, that's it. Now, when you are broadcasting, if you're the host, and this is one good reason to actually broadcast from your desktop, be that desktop, PC or Mac, is that you're directing the show, and it's very difficult to direct a show if you're on your phone. Believe me, it is difficult to direct a broadcast on your phone, because as anybody who's used Smile Time or BeLive knows, you're trying to juggle things all at once and to talk. So I'm bringing things onto screen and I'm talking at the same time. And occasionally what will happen in doing that is that I will look away and you'll wonder what's going on. But that's because that's the way it is. So I'm going to come back to a comment. I did a wonderful show yesterday with April Roga, 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. It's on my timeline. It's on April's timeline. It's on quite a few timelines now. And we were talking about getting to know people on live broadcasting. And in that show, what I did at the end of the show was, as I said earlier, changed it to past tense, and then thanked everybody who attended the show. And there were, we know that 25 people attended live. And we also know that only a small proportion of those who watched it, because we had, when you watch a broadcast like you're watching the one now, okay, if you're watching and you've not liked the post or commented, I haven't a clue whether you've watched or not. And this is true of all the videos that go out. If you don't like or comment, the person who's making the video doesn't know that you've watched, has no way of contacting you. Okay, now, I highlight people because I appreciate everybody who watches and gets involved in comments. But what I don't do is I don't go out spamming people. I don't do it to spam people. I'm not here collecting names and addresses. You can't do that on Facebook. What I'm doing is connecting with people. And if you like one of my broadcasts and you're not in my friend circle at the moment, then the likelihood is that you will see a friend request. If you are in my friend circle, you might get a comment. And this is networking, this is engaging. If you comment, I will reply, hopefully after the show, not during the show, because if I did that, I'd lose the thread. So after a show, go back, edit the post to be in the past tense, so it says yesterday, and thank everybody who turned up. And where you can thank people by name, do so, because as I say, that's a benefit to everybody, because they will see your shows. And if they've liked your show, then they don't want to miss the next one. It doesn't mean they're going to get tons of announcements. It just means that when you go live again, it will be in their feed. Simple as that. And they can watch again or not. I'm loving all this chat. Right. Okay. And okay, now I'm not going to go into great detail on this. We'll possibly touch it on the Be Live show tonight. You can catch that in 3.5 hours time, Kapil. If you go to the show there and you mention it, then it will be seen. Your comment will be seen. If you go to the BeLive.tv page and comment tonight, it will be seen. Now, the thing about this technology is that wow, I'm live. You can see me. I'm live. I could have 3 people on screen. You could still see me live on Facebook. How does all that work? Because it's just going from my camera and my microphone. Excuse me a moment. Sorry about the sound earlier. It's just going from the camera and my microphone, and you can see and hear me, but it takes a journey. And via a piece of software called WebRTC, the video signal and the sound signal travel, and then are recombined at the other end, which is why sometimes you get synchronization issues where the lips are out of sync with what the person's actually saying. Now, over 90% of the time, it's in sync, but occasionally it will be out of sync. There's nothing you can do about it. I'll come back to that in a minute. But you've got to remember, this is a recombined signal. This is technology at the cutting edge. We are all, whether you're watching or taking part, we're all pioneers. This is new stuff. This has not been done before, not in this way, not with an interactive Facebook, and not with 4 people on screen. Facebook don't have 4 people on screen. Smile Time does 4 people on screen. Be Live does 3. Facebook only do 2. That's quite impressive, though, the quality of their video. But coming back to my point, it is a situation where the apps are going to be in a state of flux. So the apps on, as you say, on BeLive.tv and Android have somewhere to go. And I think that's true of all mobile apps when you consider exactly what actually goes into this. I mean, they make it so easy for us to use, but under the hood, it is very complicated. And I'm just grateful that all this system that we're using today, you're watching me, I'm here in Wiltshire in the UK, and it's all free. And we can do this whenever we want. I'm just going to come back to a question from Corinda. And just a minute. I'm having problems cutting and pasting, Corinda. Who is the CEO of SmileTime? The CEO of SmileTime is Alex Krugloff, and you can find him on Facebook, and you find him broadcasting on his own page and on the SmileTime page as well. He's very approachable, very knowledgeable, and he knows all about social media, and he most certainly knows all about live video because he is ex-Hulu, Hulu, and he's a great guy. We've had him on the video streaming advice show before now. In fact, he was on the first one we ever did. It would be nice to have Alex back again at some point so we can get an update as to what is happening with SmileTime, because I do feel that the platform is becoming so steady and so reliable. And the difference between SmileTime and Be Live is basically not in capability, but in marketing. So I look forward to that. And Corinda's saying true. This is a modern miracle that using live video is. Now, one of my favorite topics on live video is how you reach an audience. Now, you see people come onto Facebook Live and 3,000 people watch them. We saw that the other week. Why does somebody come to Facebook Live and get 3,000 people watching? They've done the spade work, and they've done it before they came to Facebook Live. They built up a following, they've built up connections, and that's what we have to do. What we have to do day after day is connect with new people and promote our shows everywhere we can. And we do that not by saying, my show's on at 8 o'clock tonight. We do that by helping people. And by helping people, they will ask you, when's your show on? That's the giving. That's the giver's gain philosophy, which came from BNI. Don't try and sell people something, help them. And if you do people a favor, you'll find that they will come back to you, or even, not even them. Somebody else might come back to you later. Anyway, I've got a fourth thing to tell you about, and that's a new site I found today. And if you just forgive me for a moment, I'm going to talk while I'm actually looking for something. So you notice my eyes wandering as I'm actually reading my email. And there is one other site I do want to mention today. So I'm going to scroll down my emails until I come to it. And it's called, there's a new site. Okay, this is live, so apologies, I'm back now. There's a new site which you should check out, and it's called, I'm going to type it in, it's called OneStopLive.com. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down, I'm going to pick that up, and I'm going to bring it across here. Right. Okay, you have expertise. You've got expertise in video. You've got expertise that you can share on video. You've got expertise where you can train people. One Stop Live is a site where you can promote your training services, your courses, your one-to-one chats. I'm going to be promoting hosting a show and a host of other things. So if you want to look at OneStopLive.com and work out whether it's for you. Now, I do know that Irene, who started the site, is welcoming people with open arms to go along there, and you can publicize anything you like, and you can charge for it. And their percentage is pretty low compared to places that I won't mention. But the site is just, you know, when you go to a website and it just feels right. It feels classy. It feels professional. It just, as Corinda has just said, I mean, it's first impressions count. And Corinda loves the layout. And the layout of this site is A1. Yeah. And it's to allow you to promote your courses. Well, not just your courses, your services, your tuition, anything you like, you can promote it on there and you get your own page. You can just take a look. That's all I'm saying. And that's the end of the advert. But it's not an advert, because the service that Irene and her team are providing is one that we should look at. I'm also going to say that Irene bought my Udemy course all about BeLive.tv as well. So thank you, Irene. Shout out as well. Now, coming back to a comment from Corinda, have you noticed on BeLive you can send a message to broadcast? Yep, I noticed that. You've got two-way connection with Facebook. You can actually send a message from the broadcast screen, which is good, which is helpful. There are occasions when you need that. In fact, I used it yesterday when I was doing the show with April. Situation is that April and I were talking away and people were asking questions, but the feed was going so fast that we couldn't respond to the questions straight away. So I just put a line in, which I posted to Facebook, which says, I've seen your question, Tom, we'll answer it in a minute. I've seen your question, Julie, I will answer it in a minute. So it's a great way of making sure that people know that you've seen them. So bear that in mind on BeLive.tv. I'm going to take that graphic off. I'm going to take that graphic off. And now I'm back full screen. And if you are watching, I'm grateful if you are. If you can share this out, that would be good. Because I want to reach people. I want to reach people with a message that if you want to know more about live video, then you can join the LVS 17 group on Facebook. Over 250 people who are interested in live video or are broadcasting live at the moment or thinking about it. So that's just LVS 17. It's the same as in the link at the top. That's the LVS 17 you want to go to. Also, one of the things that I'm particularly bad at, not about you, I'm just going to type it in just to remind me for next time. Right, one of the things that I always forget to do, I've got 4 business pages, and one of those is LVS 17. If you do enjoy this broadcast and you want to say thank you, then you could actually go to the live video streaming 2017 page and just like it. That would be brilliant. Okay. Let's say I'm not very good at it, so I'm not going to labor it. I'm not going to explain it, but that's where this broadcast is actually coming to you from. And all the guys, David, John and I run the group and enjoy doing so and meeting so many fantastic live broadcasters. So let's just go through what I've been over today. And then if there are no more comments, you're welcome to join me live on screen. The link should be up above. If it's not, but just to run through what I've been talking about today is Jeff Adams is live at 3 p.m. Eastern. He will have myself and Ross Brand and Rachel Moore. So it's quite a big show, and we hope to see you there at 8 o'clock tonight, and they will be announcing updates. So I'm going to take that from stage. I nearly got rid of myself. The second thing I talked about today was repurpose.io. If you're creating a lot of video on Facebook Live, you've got to download the video. You've then got to upload it to YouTube. You've got to copy the text from Facebook to YouTube. And it takes time. You know, I do 6 shows a week, so that's 3 hours of my time gone, at least 3 or 4 hours in doing that. Repurpose.io allows you to do that in 2 clicks. And it allows. Good morning, Candy. Nice to see you. I'm just talking about repurpose.io, which allows you to take video from Facebook Live to YouTube with 2 clicks. There's a 2-week trial. If you go to repurpose.io, you can try it out. It takes the video, it takes the text you've typed in, and 2 buttons. It couldn't be easier. And I'm hoping to interview Andy Moore in the next week or so he can explain about it. The other thing we've talked about today, for those who are coming in just now and or catching the replay, is I talked about the fact that I'm getting requests for interviews now, which is good. I'm grateful for it. I'm happy to be interviewed by anybody who wants to chat for a quarter an hour. You can use a website called Calendly to block out the hours of the day in which you are free. You then get a link which is personal to you, which you can give to people and say to them, if you want to do a live broadcast with me, just go to this page, check out my calendar, book a time, that's it. Now, you've chosen the hours, they've chosen the time, and it says this, can you do it Monday? Nope. Can you do it Tuesday? Nope. Because you blocked out when you're free. So Calendly is a free application, calendar application, which allows you to keep your appointments, and people can actually go to the site and make an appointment with you. And then the other thing we talked about, I'm just going to hope I haven't got rid of it. Where's it gone? Okay, if you are after publicizing your YouTube videos outside YouTube, you want a great place to actually show your videos. You show off your YouTube lists and individual videos, and you can do your own layout of a page, Unreal.me, and it looks good. It's better. It's glossier than Facebook, so it's more professional than the Facebook layout, and it doesn't cost a thing. In fact, if you're making videos and you are making them chargeable, you can make them private. And Unreal.me will charge people, whatever you say, $1 to view the video, and then they will pay you. So Unreal.me is to actually display your YouTube videos and possibly make money off them, which can't be a bad thing. Right, okay, now that's, I think if there are no more questions, that's it for today. I thank you for watching. David and I will be back next Monday. And just a reminder that there is a show tonight, or show this afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern. Leland and I are with Across the Pond on Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern. And on Thursday, it's Blabbing for Britain at 10 a.m. And on Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, it's Two Gents and a Topic. We haven't chosen the topic yet. I enjoy broadcasting with Aaron, but we never actually get a topic. So thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing you all again. Have a great week, and bye for now.